Thanks, Dan. Meals on Wheels Western South Dakota and the Interlakes Community Action Partnership have an important announcement about a change in their services. Joining me now is George Larson to explain what that means for you. So I want to start with what changes are happening in the services with Meals on Wheels Western South Dakota.
Good morning, Mimi. Yes, so Meals on Wheels Western South Dakota and ICAP out of Watertown are partnering to kind of change things, how things are happening in several communities here in Western South Dakota. ICAP is going to be offering weekly meals instead of Meals on Wheels. Western South Dakota is normally daily meals to the communities of Lemon, Hot Springs, Edgemont, Martin, and I always forget one, and Sturgis. And so amazing food, amazing programs, but instead of going from a daily service like they're used to, they'll be going to weekly service. So we're trying to kind of look and see ways that the community can support those individuals that may need the daily service, as opposed to the great program that ICAP is offering for the weekly service.
And why was this decision made to have the changes in services?
I think South Dakota DHS was just kind of looking at changing as far as trying to maybe save some money, as well as kind of change up the program a little bit to see what kind of additional ways they can serve communities with fewer dollars. Meals on Wheels Western South Dakota is looking about a $1.5 million cut for our services compared to last year. And so even though we're still able to serve about 300,000 meals in Rapid City and beyond, that's still about 300,000 meals that we're not going to be able to serve through South Dakota DHS Older Americans Act dollars.
And if people are concerned about this transition, is there anywhere that they need to call and change their setup or anything like that?
Yeah, so they can call ICAP out in Watertown at 605-291-0911, and everybody affected here in Western South Dakota has received a letter from us along with their meals they've still been getting from us through this month, and we'll be there to make sure that they're taken care of going forward as well. But again, we just want to make sure that people are aware of this change in those communities, as well as make sure that they know that we're there, as ICAP is there for them as well.
Yes, and Meals on Wheels, I read in my notes that you guys will still be doing meals at community centers. Right. How is that going to work moving forward?
So we still have about 12 kitchens that we're operating in Western South Dakota, as well as providing daily meals at many congregate sites, as well as still doing home delivered meals in Rapid City, everywhere in Pennington County, Murdo, Custer, lots of places that we're still doing daily meals, but we're still offering the congregate meal service, the dining room meals as well. It's just that there's just been a slight change in those 4 communities that we mentioned up to this point as far as how they're getting their meals weekly versus daily. And so we're trying to figure out ways for those individuals that may not be able to have a week's worth of meals delivered as a frozen option. Maybe that may not work for them. We're really trying to find ways to let the communities help those people that need those daily connections as well.
Yeah, and that definitely brought me into my last and final question, which is if people want to get involved and help Meals on Wheels, how can they do that?
So the best way we can do it right now is we have the volunteers in place, we have the staff in place, we have the kitchens in place. We are and have been since the 70s delivering daily meals to seniors in Western South Dakota. If people want to help, it costs $2,500 a year to help one of our seniors. They give them everything, so there's no help from the government. South Dakotans really have to take care of South Dakotans right now. We have about 100 people that have identified that a weekly meal may not be appropriate for them, dementia, other issues along those lines that may not work. And so we're looking for people to step up and really help those people in their communities to get those daily meals they may need that the weekly meals may not be able to satisfy.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining me here on Good Morning Coda Territory. If you want more information, you can head to our website, codatv.com. We'll be right back after a quick break.